Hello everyone and welcome back to the final episode of the Yngling series. It's January 1st, 1820 and we're going to spend the last year in EU4 together. There's a couple things I want to show you, a couple things that have happened since the last episode, specifically since we ended our war with India. Now I know that some of you people are very, not very, but maybe somewhat upset, somewhat maybe, I guess upset is the right word, that we didn't actually get anything here. I could have pushed more, I know, but we were about to lose our army and I really didn't. That would have just complicated things so much more. And so I think the white piece in the end here was good. I did bring the war. I wasn't as prepared as I should have been, but I did mention that this is going to be the last episode here. That's not entirely correct because I mean to port this over to Victoria 2. I've already made a couple of test runs. I think I've mentioned this already as well. And so this is just the end for the EU4 part. This and our claims on India will hopefully be a continued goal in Victoria 2. At least that's my goal. We'll see how things plan out. It's been a while since I last played Victoria 2, and the update, or the converter, has received several updates, but this is going to be a different video where I'll talk about this. I just want to, mention it here. But as I said, we've got one more year, and I did spend about 5 years or 4 years in between this and the previous episode of camera, and a couple things have happened that I just want to highlight right now. Now, obviously, first things first, we can invest in new technology, so we should do that. We get extra production efficiency here, the 4-field rotation, let's go for it. And that is actually the final tech. It's a bit weird that the final tech is actually, like, you get the final tech in the last year of the game. Like, okay. It's a bit strange. But anyways, we've got it here. And then we can also go for, wow, the field howitzer. Extra artillery fire, shock, and tactics. That's actually a huge boost. So if you get this, ahead of time, then, yeah, you can actually boost your capacities, your military capacities significantly. Now, what I have been doing is build up our forces significantly. So as you can see, we've got about 180,000 men in our heartlands. So we've got 120,000 here in France. All of our troops are obviously drilling. We also have got a new... By the way, this army has been brought over, I believe, or at least our general has. Benoit Berenger, his army was the one that was about to be destroyed, but he did very well. So I'm actually glad that he's not dead. But yeah, I did build a completely fresh army over here in England, or rather the British Isles. And as you can see, I've built a couple of fortresses as well in Cork, in Montgomery, and I did build some more. I think this... In Gabu you already saw, but I built another one in Tekrur, and obviously I have built a new army as well over here. And we have a new general as well, Heli Frodi, which maybe that person is a female general. Actually, it's not. We only have male commanders, as you can see. Amory Trond, admiral here, he's actually not as good, but he actually did a pretty good job in the war. Yeah, but anyway, so this is that. I've built a couple more fortresses, and what I've done as well, I have upgraded our centers of trade. Now, previously, we had a level 3 world port in London, and we had one in Aquitaine. And as you can see, I've upgraded quite a lot of them, so... We have a cap of 11, plus you're also limited to 2 level 3 ports per trade region. So initially I was hoping that I could maybe make Flanders, Calais, and some of these other provinces into level 3 ports as well, but I only had space for one more, so I went for Antwerp over here. So we've got 2 level 3 ports here. Then I've upgraded Lothian, Cork, Poitou. Then obviously Aquitaine was level 3 already. I upgraded this province, Dijon, Lyon, Avignon, and I've also upgraded the Cape, and that totals up to 11. I think that's it. I might have forgotten one, but yeah, pretty much that's it. So the Cape over here as well. And then I was thinking about maybe making Guinea or Gabu into one as well, but we just don't have the capacity there. Unfortunately, I did turn these provinces or these territories into actual states. I did the same thing with Madagascar and South Africa. So we have lost a couple of trade companies that actually cost us a merchant. But I liked it specifically going into Victoria 2. That was a move that was necessary, but I'll explain more about that later. Also, I've accepted Sardinian culture, which we have here on Sardinia and Corsica. Not a big deal, but we had a free slot, and I felt like that made the most sense since it's closest to our core lands. And so I felt like that's a good idea. Okay, now other than that, I did mention the fortresses already. We do have one interesting thing going on right now that I can probably show you later, but I just wanted to mention it here. Croatia has just gotten a personal union over Sicily, so that has improved their strength significantly. As you can see, this is actually pretty insane. They almost doubled in strength, and they were already doing pretty well. As you can see, they took a lot of lands from the Greeks. So yeah, they're still in a succession war, but yeah, they are likely going to win that, as you can see. And they're actually in a golden age right now as well, like just last year. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, what I did as well is I annexed New Providence here, the Bahamas, and they've immediately been given over to the Antilles. But yeah, it was kind of stupid to have that vassal there. We actually have one more relationship slot that we can use. I'm not even sure what on. We can maybe get one of our allies here. I wonder if there's anyone that's willing to become our vassal. I think there was at some point, but then, oh, did you? Huh. I think Tuscany might be willing. You know what? Let's actually just offer the alliance there, because why not? We might be able to get them as like a vassal or something. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, in the meantime, I've been reorganizing my troops. So we have a 60 stack here and a 60 stack here, because we have like states in these areas. Then we've got a smaller one here in Madagascar, and we have one other small one that is currently on our ships. Let me show you again. They're currently on our ships. We've liberated these two provinces where we had rebels. And then there's one more island that is infested with rebels, French particularists. We're going to deal with them as well. And then I mean to send these troops, along with our fleet, back to India so that we have a small force over there as well. But we're likely not going to be able to make it. We'll have to see. Italian, Colombian demand, and French supply. Ivory carvings have become increasingly sought after in Italian Colombian capital. Oh, that's very good. I love it. We've got a little bit of unrest, not really a big deal. Genoa has disputed succession. We don't really care about that at all. I will obviously show you all the map modes and ledgers at the end, but I just want to spend this last year with you together. As I said, we're actually, about to, we built so many more troops and fortresses and ships as well that we're almost running a deficit here, but that's fine. Also, our trade, we were at 240 at some point, like recently, where we had already lost our extra merchants, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. But yeah, oh, by the way, I did make all of these like little islands into trade companies where I could. So we have two new charters. We've got the Moluccas as well as the Philippines as new trade companies. So yeah, we do not, oh, actually we lost West and South Africa, or actually East and South Africa, unfortunately. But that's fine. Okay, Benin wants military access. I don't want to give it to them. We'll instead go ahead and convert some more provinces. Now that they are stated, this is obviously very easy for us to do. And revolutionaries have crossed into our lands. Alright, well, but they're about to move, so I'm not too concerned about that. Now, we have a big war. Castile was in a big war, but they ended it. But then Ming, or Yuan rather, not Ming, that's a big difference. They're involved in a very different war as well. And I'm actually not sure if they're going to win this. Right now, it looks pretty bad. It actually looks pretty bad. Now, we'll have to see what we do here. We do not have a general. It could have been a problem. Also do not have a whole lot of frontline infantry. But it apparently does not matter that much. Okay, very good. We stack wipe them very easily. Malindi, you do not get military axes. Okay, we're running a deficit here, but that might be due to reinforcements as well. Our merchants have been slandered. I did insult rum once more, so we got a lot of power projection there. We're in June. It's June. Actually, we might be able to make this back to India. That would be perfect. Let's go over here. Now, I was also thinking about making Bengal into a world port. That probably would have been a really good option as well. But instead, what I did, at least, is I made them a level 2. Like, all the provinces I couldn't make into level 1, all the centers of trade, I at least made into level 2. And actually, I'm lying. There's a couple left where that is not the case in Madagascar. So let's rectify that. These are not my provinces. Actually, this can be made into a trade company. Hey, yay. I think we now got a East African charter. Yay, that's amazing. And we can do this. Gain inflation for extra trade power. I'm not sure if that's necessary. But, yeah. Oh, interesting. You know what I should probably do? Yeah, just assign all provinces to it. I'm not sure how much that will help, but perhaps a little bit. Who knows? Wow, our trade is... Wait, what's happening to our trade? Is this pirates? I feel like this might be pirates. We have increased our share significantly, so I'm not really sure why we're losing money here. Because that trade was like at 240. That would make a big difference right now, obviously. A new colony has finished over here. Very good. And we did start the one on the Ivory Coast as well. We can add this because, yeah, these are just territories. So we can add them easily. And wow, there is so many rebels here. Did actually... Wait, did Benin get more provinces? No, it just looks like that. But Italy now has troops here. Boots on the ground that will likely get this under control. Okay. Yeah, let's finish this up. We are spending a lot of money on this. It should be fine. Once these reinforcements are done, we are good. We can also obviously increase stability if we want to do. I do have an extra colonist. I want to send him to Cameroon. Yes, why not? Very good. You know, obviously drilling a lot of troops through a... got Iroquois separatists, and we have improved relations enough. That's fine. What I might do, we're actually waiting for one more ship to be built as well. And then we have a fleet of 125 heavy ships, which is pretty insane. Now, do I just want to start mothballing some of these? You know what? I probably will mothball some of the fortresses just because I don't want to take out a loan just as we start off here into the new era here. So let's do that, and we should be fine on that front. Yeah, that is actually significant. In fact, you know what we can do? I mean, we're getting fully maintained forts. Doesn't give us that much. You know what? Let's just mothball all of our fortresses, right? Because I doubt we will need them. I wonder if there's any fortresses where we should. No, we don't need it here. We don't need it here. We don't need it here. Because everywhere we already have troops that can defend it in times of need. So that will actually give us a little bit more money, which I think is maybe the preferable situation. Okay, and you guys make your way over to London so that we have 125 heavy ships. That is quite a decent fleet. I love it. I love it. Okay, now, wait. Okay, yeah, there you go. I was just going to say, are we losing money again? No, we're making money. Perfect. And here we've got our transport fleet, our colonial fleet. These troops will rebuild in time. And we actually have enough points for the maritime idea. That's awesome. Now, we are pretty far away from the tech. We're not going to be able to make it, but we can at least finish our ideas, which is pretty good already. Action blockade and privateer efficiency, and we can go for tons of new policies. Very, very cool. But let's actually quickly check them out. I don't think we need them. Stability unrest, they're actually pretty terrible. We do have the global settler increase, but that's it. Morale of navies. Damn. Global tariffs. Galley compatibility. Naval force limit, 33%. Wow. Discipline. Manpower. Artillery combat. There's actually a lot of good stuff we can pick. Like, is this what we have? Global settler? Land force limit? That can probably be switched out for, I don't know, weapon quality standards. Let's go ahead and do that. And then maybe some more manpower recovery. Sure. Why not? I mean, they're not going to cost as much because it's about to end anyways. But yeah, how about extra Organized Marines Act? We're going to finish this off. And then how about some Morale of Navies and Foreign Spy Detection? Naval Secrecy Act. Sounds good to me. Awesome. And then, yeah, we've got this, which I guess we can go for this. Awesome. We'll leave it at that. And I did want to have a look at our emperor here. Harold, he's 27 years old. Only he has become an embezzler. He was an embezzler previously, but our attack is high enough so it doesn't actually matter. And he has later become an entrepreneur, which, yeah, unfortunately didn't help that much with our trade. I'm not quite sure what it is that has happened, but at least we're still getting this. And there is the end screen. That is actually kind of annoying. I didn't really pay attention there. I did want to show this, but I actually wanted to end off with it. But yeah, so there we go. Historical scores. We have quite significantly more than Yuan. I'm not sure why it doesn't show the others. Perhaps because it was, imported. We obviously have our history here, but this chronic isn't that amazing. But it does show something about Harold. Ivory Coast, Vidal, Limpopo, some of these, most of these are basically just colonies, have been added. And, oh, wait, we lost? Santa Catarina? Oh, you know what? Those were colonies that we gave to our nations, our colonial nations. That's fine as well. So yeah, there's a couple of things happening, but obviously it doesn't matter all that much. Now, I like how they speak of the brief French conquest that ended after 15 years in status quo. That is actually really funny. Important event of the war was the Battle of Satguan. The French forces led by Etienne Rimbaud attacked Carca III and his Khotan forces. The 118,000 men French army lost most of their forces against 280,000 Khotan defenders who were almost unscathed. Yeah, that was definitely... I think that was probably towards the beginning of the war. But yeah. Anyways, we have the second largest army, second largest navy. What? Second most provinces. Well, Rum is obviously larger in provinces. Third highest province value, but the highest income and highest trade income. And that is really what has propelled our nation to be the foremost amongst the great powers. But yeah, we're obviously going to continue here. And because I do want to show you the map modes. Oops, no, I wanted to pause, damn it. So yeah, we went forward a little bit, but that's not that big of an issue. We have got the treasure fleet, and now we can have a look at all of the, all of the things. So this is the world as it is right now. Obviously, France at the center. And I think the first thing we'll do is we'll check our country. Obviously, we see our treasury isn't that high, but that's because I've been spending a lot. We have recovered a lot of our manpower. We're not quite at the cap, but that's okay. Sailors are looking fine. Stability at +2, no corruption, high prestige, legitimacy, and power projection. Obviously, our points don't really matter either. We are... let's actually show the great powers. We're the second great power in the world, closely followed by the Indians. And I gotta be honest... militarily though, we are definitely stronger, I think, because here's the thing. Obviously, we attacked and we didn't get anything, which counts as a victory for the defender, but had it not been for like this very difficult logistical situation, we would have probably crushed the Indians. But yeah, who knows. Anyways, we've got Yuan on number 4, Castile, our staunch ally, rank 5, Khotan, rank 6. So that was really a big war. Number 2 and 3, 2 and 5 against 3 and 6. Then the Tagadurids at level, great power rank 7, which I honestly don't understand. I mean, really, is that much development? I mean, apparently, but wow, that is pretty impressive. And then we've got Bohemia on rank 8. So that's 1, 2, 3 Europeans, 1, 2, 3, 4 Asians, and then Rum, which is sort of like a special, in a special place, because they're kind of European, African, and Asian. It's kind of hard to say. But yeah, okay, I think we're going to start off with the ledger probably here. And yeah, we're just going to go through all of these. We've got the country, highest development, obviously, highest personal development is actually Rum, then India, and then France. They actually have more than we do, interestingly, but damn, they have no prestige. Holy hell. How about income? Yeah, we have by far the highest. Like, this is not even close. We have by far the highest income here. Damn. Look at that trade. 50 gold, 60, Rum with at least 100, and we're making 212. What is Castile? Castile's actually pretty decent in terms of trade. So, yeah. Then, trade rate doesn't really matter. Stability, anyone have particularly low stability? No negative stability in the world. Wow. Interesting. Okay, well, max development, as I showed you, we're actually only number 3. Max manpower, we're just beaten by India. And Castile's very, very high up there. I like it. Okay, we've got... yeah, we do not have all the tax, actually. We're still missing one. So, some of our colonies are actually better than we are. Okay, as for ideas, we are maxed out, but we're not the only ones. So, And then power projection doesn't matter. Governments, I don't think that's too important. Although absolutism, let's show the maximum absolutism. We have the highest max, but we do not have the highest absolutism. We're actually being beaten by Castile and Yuan. Huh. Alright. And administrative efficiency, relatively high up there. Legitimacy, yeah, I mean, okay, that's fine. There's a couple with 100. But yeah, I do want to see this Parliament of Heaven. Does that mean... No, you are a monarchy. Huh. You've got a... Okay, that was weird. I'm not sure what I show. Maybe maximum is what I show. But yeah, okay, so we've got tons of monarchies here. One theocracy, the papacy. Alright, school comparison. I don't really care about school, although might as well. We've actually been beaten by India. What? Damn. Our rating is higher, but not our military rating. Fort maintenance. Alright, well, they're not really paying for it either. Soldiers, ideas. Huh. Interesting. What pays it? What, yeah, pays into this. But we gain so much more score. I think it's just because they've been a huge power like all this time. Alright, and score through the ages. Yeah, look at this. Like 900 points more. What? How have we so... Oh, you know what? We didn't play France from the beginning, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, look at this. Absolutism, they still had half. Or we only had half. Damn. Wow, okay. Score over time. Technologies we already checked. Now religions. Let's check which religion has the most countries. Catholicism still. Wow, that is very interesting. And then Totemist, surprisingly. And then we've got the Qatars, which is the only religion that actually has a defender. That says a lot, I think. And in terms of provinces, it is by far the most widespread religion, although Hindu is coming very close. As you can see, yeah, obviously we've got the Greek people in there. That does make a big difference. And obviously India and Khotan spreading it around as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we've got that Sunni and Catholicism. Reformed Protestants not doing too well. But yeah, we'll obviously check that out in the map mode as well. That's going to be much easier to check out. States and territories, that's going to be a map mode. Province we don't need. Actually, highest development province. Nootka in Cascadia. Okay. Hanseong, capital of Korea. Polotsk. Polotsk is larger than Paris. Or Nanjing. Okay, none of this makes too much sense. How is Nootka so high? Alright, whatever. Still, we have a lot more tax that we're making, so that's fine by me. In production, damn, production is very high. But yeah, we have a lot of manpower as well. That's actually insane. Paris. Okay, we at least have 2 provinces, even though this is this is in India. At least we appear twice on this list, so that's awesome. Baghdad is over here. Danzig's pretty large as well. Obviously, India. Damn. Okay, possible colonies. We don't need that. Advisors. We do have 2 level 3 advisors. 1 level 1. Wanted to upgrade that. Probably should have gone for level 3 diplomat. We might have gotten attack. Doesn't really matter that much. Military leaders. Yeah, I don't think we need that. Actually, do we have like one of the overall best? No. Who's very good? Scandinavia, India. Yeah, okay, we have 1. Thomas Christina is the best we have. 14. Alright. Not that amazing. Current rulers. Don't think we need to check that. Holy Roman Empress. I can scroll through for anyone who's interested. Is that actually... Wait. Can we order this chronologically? Moravia, Poland, Austria, Carniola, Poland, Mecklenburg, Poland, Bavaria. So yeah, there was actually a decent amount of change in there. I like that. Which is interesting. How did Carniola make it? They're Valdensian. But yeah, previous rulers, quality. Who has the highest professionalism? Corchin, Chukchi, Sicily. Okay, Castile. Where are we? 47. Alright. It was the highest tradition. Okay, now we're number 5. Baden, Scandinavia, Yamana, Polotsk. How's Polotsk so high up there? I don't know. Morale, we're pretty high up there as well. Baden has much more morale, but we have more discipline. We're actually 2nd highest in discipline, and our discipline isn't even that high, I would say. Wow. Otomo is the only one beating us. And siege ability is insane for them as well. Wow, we're actually just not that good. Alright, now in terms of total army size, we're only being beaten by India, but we do have more manpower and we do have the stronger economy. Also, we have more artillery than them. It's just plain infantry where they beat us. Damn, and that by a lot. Wow. But yeah, we can obviously afford the artillery, although maybe we can't. It's hard to say. But yeah, our force limit, they have twice our force limit. Wow. Although, to be fair, that's, maybe because AI, very hard. Well, at least that's part of it, I guess. But yeah, okay, awesome. Naval quality, who has the highest tradition? Wow, we only have 20. Huh. Even though we have such a large navy. But yeah, our morale is pretty much insane. It is by, look at this. That's we're just no joke. Where's the Indian stuff? They probably have 6 morale. I think that's or maybe 5 only. But yeah, so it kind of explains how we defeated them in the seas. We are very, very strong. Right, then largest navy though, we're being beaten by the Tagadurids, but not in heavy ships. We have the most heavy ships in the world. Beating out the Tagadurids here. Majapahit Rum has a lot. India obviously has not much recovered. How do they have more? They have a lot more light ships. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We don't really need that many light ships. There's actually 5 more I gained from annexing New Providence. So that's okay. But yeah, they're actually almost at their force limit. We're still far away from that. Okay, army losses. Let's check the total losses. Oof, India, close to 15 million. And of that, almost 10 million lost to attrition. Wow. It's even worse for Rum. They've only lost 11 million, of which 7 million to attrition. Yuan as well. Wow, that's bad. And look, as a comparison, we only lost 3 million. Only a third to attrition. Wow, even Italy lost more troops than we did. Castile did pretty good. Alright, Scandinavia. Wow. Alright. Yeah, then naval losses. Now, we are likely high up there. No, it's actually India as well. They've just lost so much. But, I mean, they can throw pretty much everyone into the meat grinder. It doesn't matter. They just have so much manpower and sailors. Yeah, we hardly lost ships. Oh, 1 ship to attrition. I guess we're the only nation in the world because AI doesn't have attrition. That's actually so funny. I wonder which ship that was. Oh, man. That's so sad. And 12 of our ships have been captured. It's not that many. Wow, how did you lose 2,000 ships and we lost 300? Wow. Okay, those are our armies. So as you can see, we have the 3030 division, regiment, whatever. And I can obviously upgrade them, but I just didn't feel like it. Because most provinces do not have enough supply limit for these huge armies, so there's really no point. And then we do have like these colonial types that have a little bit of cavalry in there as well. Navies, yeah, that's fine. Regiments, doesn't matter. Ships, doesn't really matter. We do have our flagship, but I'll show it a little bit later. Income doesn't really matter, I think. Inflation, some cool charts. This is actually our culture chart. So as you can see, 17% of our culture is French and 11 Anglo-Saxon. And then, how many are Dutch? Bengali, Gascon, which technically is like French as well. So yeah, if we count like all of this into French, then it's a lot more. 17, Sardinians accepted, Highlander, Irish. Yeah, Balloon, Breton. Yeah, so it's like a good third, maybe, that's like French in a way. Okay, and we have mostly cores. Wait, how do I not have cores? Oh, this is colonies. What are we producing most? Fish, cloth, livestock, wool. Makes sense. Slaves, iron, salt. Okay, copper. Interesting. Technology, we got all of them. And no loans. Trade node, highest total trade node is the English Channel. Wait, why is it not showing me? I don't know what this means. Maybe if you own it 100%? But we are definitely, like, in control. So I'm not sure what this means. But yeah, our power is pretty big here. Alright. And then, or maybe it's just where we have our capital. I don't know. But yeah, trade goods we saw. Strategic goods. Oh, we are production leader. Actually, I want to see that. Actually, you have the trading bonus in ivory. But we're not the only ones. We're sharing that with Safala. We do have it in tobacco. Oh, wow. Our market share in tobacco, 34%. And then it comes our colony next. Damn. That is actually insane. Ivory, we are leading together with Safala. Then fur, we're leading as well with no one else. Interestingly, Khotan leads production, but we have the highest, we have the trading bonus. That's so weird. I'm not sure how that works actually. It's still interesting. We have the highest production of fish, though. So that's cool. I guess it depends on where we have trade and where you have actual production. Yeah, no one's producing gold that much. Our market share is at 8% total gold. But this is still like tobacco. Damn. That's actually crazy. Together with our, like, we have over 50% market share with our colonies. It's pretty insane. Furs, pretty good as well. Yeah, awesome. I like that. I like looking at this. This is obviously more important for Victoria. And then, yeah, goods locations, fine. We'll leave that. And country trade comparison. Highest income, I mean, that's us by far. Makes sense. Trade range. We actually don't have the highest range. Huh. How do you have so... Insurance policies plus 80%. Interesting. We just have tech. I mean, we don't need it. Our empire is large enough, so it doesn't matter. But yeah. Friend relations, hostile relations. I don't think that matters. Coalitions. Current wars. There's only 2 wars. Malindi, Safala, and Rum fighting the Papal States Baden, Benin, and the Rhine. Nationalist war. And there's obviously the Sicilian succession, what I've mentioned already. We've got Croatia, Sicily, and Italy fighting the Rhine and Mecklenburg. Obviously, they're losing heavily. Great powers. We've already seen that. All of the great powers are obviously on up to date in terms of tech. Not really a big surprise there. And that's it for the ledger. Now let's go through the map modes. And obviously this is the political map mode. We'll go through the diplomatic map mode as well, which obviously sees or shows France. We have a little bit of an exclave here, Hoya, which was one of our vassals that we included. Then obviously we've got islands of Cyprus, Crete, Malta, and Corsica, Sardinia. We are friends with Tuscany. Oh yeah, I wanted to maybe get them as a vassal, and we're not that far away. I think this might be possible, but not anymore, obviously. We have a couple of claims that I've not been going for. I just didn't really want them. It's fine. Obviously, we've got Iceland and Greenland as well. And then we've got our colonies. Here we've got Bermuda. We've got the Azores, Madeira, the Canaries, Cape Verde. And then we've got the various islands here. South Georgia, the Falklands. And, yeah, whatever this is, St. Helena. Yeah. Got that as well. We've got a couple of islands here. Madagascar, the South Africa. We've got French Guinea, a couple of more provinces specked around. We've got this Socotra. We've got India, and then a little bit in the Spice Islands and some more in the Pacific. But yeah, this is just mostly naval bases. We don't really have much else going on there. And obviously our colonies here are very strong as well. Now there's and we do have the Galapagos Islands as well. Now, interestingly, we see that there's still room for colonization. I've just not really been focusing on that too much. So we've got Italian Colombia here, New Granada, and Castilian Peru. We've got Cusco surviving, interestingly, as a Inti nation, the only one. They've even beaten back Italian La Plata at one point, which is really cool to see that. And they've got tons, of course, in Castile, so it's interesting. French La Plata is down here. Yuan Mexico, I've been supporting for ages, but they just never managed to rebel, unfortunately. I was really hoping to see that. We still have got quite a lot of, tribes, the Pawnee, the Pequot, the Cherokee over here in Americas. We've got Shoshone Pueblo as well. We've got Yuan, Mexico, California, and Alaska. And then we've got Yamana with a couple of provinces as well. Yuan over here in Siberia as well. So there's, still something to colonize in Victoria, which I like. Obviously, Majapahit is over here, and India in, New Guinea or Papua, Australia, New Zealand. And we've got Majapahit Pazai here. Most of this is Hindu, but there is a strong Sunni. We've got Theravada, Tengri Confucian over here, the Shinto. Obviously, most of India is Hindu, as is like the Central Asia. We've got Iconoclasts. We even got a animist nation over here. Most of Europe is Qatar. We've got a little bit of Catholicism and Protestantism going on for Bohemia. Some Reformed in Italy and Croatia. The Hindu Greeks, obviously a notable exception. And then obviously Rum, the prominent Sunni nation. We've got Sofala and Mogadishu being Sunni as well, but that's pretty much it. The New World is, some Reformed in the very south. Then our colonies are Qatar. We've got the Inti that have survived. These Nahuatl and Mayan are actually, they're Tangranized. I don't know how that works. Wait, they're harmonized even. Confucian, I think, is their state religion. Yeah. So they have accepted Nahuatl and Mayan here. We've got a little bit of a Shinto as well, because this is Korea over here. And then, the rest obviously being Qatar and some of these minorities that we have expelled over the course of this campaign. So this is the... and we do have the Valdensians. Shouldn't forget about them. They are obviously... it's mostly Carniola, but we do have Amessas over here as well, surviving in one province. Now, one thing I want to mention, Magdeburg, my favorite, probably underdog nation. They have started with this one province they hit this one province at the beginning of the game, and they have never been conquered. And they've just survived as a single province, which is really cool. But let's quickly go through some of the other map modes. We've got Imperial, Bavaria is the Emperor, with Baden, as you can see, a couple of electors. Polotsk, I'm not sure what's going on with them. They have lands in the HRE, but they're not actually part of it. And Croatia can add a lot more if they wanted to, but they've refused. We actually have some imperial provinces as well. Italy does too. So that's nice. Culture, not too much has really changed. I haven't really done anything. I have sometimes like tried to expel some people, as you can see here, but for the most part I haven't really done that too much. So yeah, nothing too crazy here. I don't think really much has changed. The New World is maybe a little bit more interesting. We see some Cuman, some expelled people, some natives still around, but it's mostly French. Well, a lot of Mongol and Chinese over here as well. And then obviously more French, some Castilian, and Cuman, which is Italian. We shouldn't forget about that, obviously. And then obviously Indian, South Indian is here in Australia, quite prevalent. Okay, accept the cultures. I mean, I guess I can show you, obviously. We do not accept the English, but the Anglo-Saxons. So yeah, you can see mostly like the overseas stuff is not accepted. The rest is, pretty much. Religious, I already showed. Estates, I guess it doesn't really matter. I've been kind of ignoring that. State edicts, dynasty, now that's important. We've got the Ynglings still on the throne. They are not on the throne in Scandinavia. Obviously, we've lost that. But the Sturken Ynglings are still going strong in Mari, one of our allies. And Scandinavia has actually become a republic some time ago. Grand Princedom, as it says. So yeah, they've got elections. Next one, they've got next year. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's see. This is pretty much all. This diplomatic, we've gone through. Coalitions, truces. Do we have any federations? No. Trade leagues, we don't have that either. Rivals, players, great powers. Now that's maybe interesting, because this is basically going to be these spheres of influence that we have later on in Victoria too. And it looks very interesting. Blue, us. Then we've got Yuan. They've got some... Excuse me very much. They've got a little bit of power here and obviously over there. Then India here, the Tagadurids. They're probably going to lose their status very quickly. Bohemia has almost no power beyond their lands. So yeah, there's basically only like 4 colonial empires. France, Castile, and then India and Yuan. That's pretty much it. Victory cards, never played with that, so it doesn't matter. Economic, we do have the trade, but I already checked the ledger there, and I told you about the world ports that we have. Development, we've already seen that. It looks pretty bad, actually, like, all over the world. I mean, there's no really highly developed place. I guess the best is like this part of India, maybe even Lanna, surprisingly. It's kind of hard to say. Italy looks definitely more, well, yeah, definitely better than France, like 8-7. This is actually pretty poorly developed, all things considered. Yeah, buildings, man, but I guess it doesn't matter. Colonial, yeah, obviously we can colonize some more stuff. Trade goods, just gonna show it to you because why not? How much gold? Is this even gold? No, this is wood. There's not as much gold here as there could have been. Huh. There's actually still possibility for gold here. Is this not colonized? No, it's not. Interesting. Okay. What else have we got? Institutions. Alright, that's maybe interesting to see. Institutions basically spread to everyone. Even Cusco has enlightenment now. Okay. But yeah, where did it start? We have enlightenment in Munich, and Ferrara has a manufactories. That's basically all that spawned in Europe. The rest, well, we do have global trade in Baghdad, and then a lot of the rest in China or Korea. The printing press, Renaissance, and colonialism all over here in Asia. That's pretty great. Well, it wasn't that great that, when we were playing. It's actually kind of annoying, but yeah, it's fine. We didn't get a single spawn ourselves. It's kind of frustrating. But yeah, devastation, maybe that's something to check out. Most of our lands are actually prosperous. For some reason, we've got devastation in Sutherland and the other Hebrides. I don't know why, but okay. Obviously, devastation at 100% here in Italian provinces. Wow. And look at the French parts of Madagascar, all prospering, and then all the others, they're not. That tells me something. But yeah, India is pretty prosperous as well. Yeah, in general, the heartlands are doing fine, even for Castile and Mexico. Newfoundland's not that happy. They've been under control, enemy control for quite some time. Yeah, and I think this doesn't really matter all that much. So yeah, we can go back to this. And I think I will be ending this very, very, very long episode at this point here. Can have a last look at our Emperor Harold, but I already did as well. Our court is looking pretty fine. And yeah, maybe our subjects. Maybe let's check our Liberty Desire. Oh wow, New France almost at 50% here. Tariffs at 44%. Wow, okay. But they have a high opinion of us. They trust us. What's their issue? It's their development, really, and the tariffs. That's the problem. But yeah, they're still loyal, as is Brazil, and obviously all the other colonies are even more loyal. All right, on that note, I think I'm just going to end it here. And yeah, I will be back in Victoria 2, hopefully. Unless something goes horribly wrong, which would be terrible. But yeah, for now, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.